Hello, today we're exploring a topic that's more relevant than ever, the art of public speaking, especially with the seismic shifts happening in our world with artificial intelligence. I am absolutely thrilled to have with us a true visionary and expert, David Wortley. David, thank you so much for joining us.
Lorraine, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
David, you've recently launched your public speaking and corporate presentations masterclass, and the title itself, The Human Edge in the AI Era, really grabs attention. It speaks to something I think many of us are grappling with. Could you kick us off by explaining what the human edge means to you in the context of public speaking today?
Absolutely, Lorraine. You know, we're living through an incredible period of technological advancement. AI has without a doubt revolutionized how we draft emails, create content, even generate presentation slides. It's fantastic for efficiency, but what it hasn't changed and what it never will is the fundamental reason people choose to listen to another human being. It comes down to connection. It's about empathy, authenticity, and the power of a compelling story. That's the human edge, the unique ability we have to evoke emotion, to inspire, and to connect on a deeply personal level that AI simply can't replicate.
That's such a critical distinction because honestly, I think many of us, myself included, have felt that pressure to produce perfect slides, to have all the data points, all the bells and whistles. But you're suggesting that while AI can give us that polished surface, it's missing the soul, isn't it?
Exactly, Lorraine. Think about the most memorable speakers you've ever heard. Was it their flawless PowerPoint deck that stuck with you, or was it a particular anecdote they shared, a moment of vulnerability, an impassioned plea, or a story that resonated with your own experiences? Audiences don't connect with perfect slides, they connect with authentic people. They connect with genuine emotion. The irony is, in an age where machines can generate near perfect everything, our imperfection, our humanity, becomes our greatest asset.
That's profound. And it actually brings a sense of relief, I think, to many aspiring speakers. So, with over 50 years of global speaking experience, not to mention your background in pioneering technology, innovation, and leadership, you've seen it all. What are some of the secrets you reveal in your masterclass about creating those unforgettable presentations?
Well, Lorraine, it's less about secrets and more about rediscovering fundamental truths that get overshadowed by technology. One of the core elements is storytelling. Humans are wired for stories. From ancient campfires to modern boardrooms, stories are how we transmit knowledge, values, and emotional understanding. In the masterclass, we dive deep into how to craft narratives that build emotional connections. It's not just about telling a story, it's about telling your story and making it relevant and impactful for your audience.
Storytelling is definitely a buzzword, but how do you move beyond just telling a story to really building emotional connections with it? Are there specific frameworks or techniques you teach?
Absolutely. It's about structure, vulnerability, and relevance. We explore frameworks like the hero's journey, but adapted for business or educational contexts. It's about understanding your audience's pain points, their aspirations, and then finding common ground in your own experiences. We look at how to use rising action, climaxes, and resolutions, not just in a fictional sense, but in conveying a message that inspires action. It's about being brave enough to share a personal challenge, a moment of failure, or an unexpected triumph, and showing how that journey led to a key insight or solution. That shared humanity is where the emotional connection sparks.
I can see how that would make a presentation so much more engaging than just a list of bullet points. Beyond storytelling, what other simple but powerful techniques do you advocate for creating memorable presentations?
Another key is simplicity. Often we overcomplicate things. A memorable presentation isn't about how much information you cram in, but how clearly and impactfully you convey the most important points. We look at visual aids, how to use them sparingly but effectively so they enhance rather than distract from your message. Think about using analogies, metaphors, or even a well-placed prop. And crucially, it's about the delivery. Pauses are incredibly powerful. Varying your pace and tone keeps an audience engaged. Sometimes the most effective technique is simply to stop, look at your audience, and let your words sink in.
Pauses, that's something many new speakers struggle with. There's almost an urge to fill every silence, but you're right, it can be incredibly impactful. Now, you also touch on developing confidence and authenticity as a speaker. Those two often go hand in hand, don't they? But they can be elusive. How do you help people cultivate those qualities?
They absolutely do, Lorraine. Authenticity fuels confidence, and confidence allows you to be more authentic. For me, authenticity starts with self-awareness, understanding your unique voice, your passions, your expertise, and then allowing that to shine through. It's not about being someone you're not or mimicking another speaker. It's about bringing your whole self to the stage. Confidence then is built on preparation, not just knowing your material, but also anticipating questions and mentally rehearsing your delivery. We work on practical exercises, techniques to manage nerves, and methods to reframe self-doubt into focused energy. It's about realizing that your audience wants you to succeed, and they're there to hear what you have to say, not some robotic, perfect version of you.
That's a really encouraging perspective. It sounds like you're empowering people to leverage their own unique strengths. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, AI. You frame it as a creative partner rather than a replacement. This is fascinating because a lot of people are either embracing it blindly or fearing it completely. What does that partnership look like in practice?
It's about understanding AI's strengths and weaknesses. AI is phenomenal for research, for generating initial drafts, for summarizing complex information, even for suggesting slide layouts or image ideas. I use it myself to kickstart brainstorming sessions or to help overcome writer's block. For example, if I'm trying to explain a complex concept, I might ask AI to give me 5 different analogies. But here's the crucial part. It's a starting point, not the destination. You must infuse your own voice, your own insights, your own stories, and your own emotional intelligence into what AI produces. It's a tool, like a very sophisticated word processor, but it cannot provide the empathy, the strategic intent, or the unique human connection that defines a truly impactful speech. So think of it as your super efficient assistant, but you remain the creative director, the storyteller, the human core.
That makes so much sense. It's like having an incredible sketch artist, but you're still the master painter, adding the colour and the soul. And you mentioned turning personal experiences into compelling stories. For many, that's a huge hurdle. How do you guide people to mine their own lives for these powerful narratives?
This is one of my favourite parts, Lorraine. We often overlook the goldmine of experiences we have. The key is reflection and reframing. We use exercises to help people recall significant moments, challenges overcome, lessons learned, unexpected successes, even humorous mishaps. Then we look at how to extract the universal human truth from that personal experience. How does your experience of failing at a project, for instance, teach a universal lesson about resilience or pivoting? It's not about grand adventures, it's about those relatable moments that reveal a deeper insight. Once you find that insight, you can structure your personal story to illuminate it, making it relevant and inspiring for anyone listening.
So it's about finding the universal in the personal. I love that. And ultimately, your masterclass aims to help people create a lasting legacy through communication. That's a very powerful statement. What does that legacy look like?
A lasting legacy, Lorraine, isn't just about being remembered. It's about the impact you have, the change you inspire, the wisdom you transmit. When you communicate with purpose, with authenticity, and with a genuine desire to connect and move your audience, you're not just delivering information. You're influencing minds, shaping perspectives, and potentially sparking action that reverberates long after you've left the stage. Whether you're a business leader inspiring your team, an educator igniting curiosity, or a healthcare professional conveying vital information with empathy, truly effective communication leaves an indelible mark. It's about contributing to something larger than yourself, shaping the future through your words and presence.
That's truly inspiring. This masterclass sounds like it's for anyone who wants to communicate with greater confidence and impact, but who specifically stands to benefit most from this unique blend of practical advice and inspirational thinking about the future of communication.
While it's genuinely beneficial for anyone, we've designed it specifically with business leaders, conference speakers, educators, and healthcare professionals in mind. These are individuals whose roles demand not just conveying information, but truly influencing, teaching, and reassuring. For leaders, it's about motivating their teams during times of change. For conference speakers, it's about standing out in a crowded field. Educators need to engage students in an increasingly distracted world, and healthcare professionals must communicate complex, often sensitive, information with utmost clarity and empathy. But honestly, if you have a message to share and you want it to land with impact and be remembered, this masterclass is for you. It's about empowering your unique human voice and allowing our productory minute.
And in a world that's increasingly shaped by AI, your core message, David, is that our greatest competitive advantage isn't our technology, but our humanity. Could you elaborate on that a bit more as we look towards the future of communication?
Yes, Lorraine, this is foundational to my work as a foresight strategist. While AI can handle the data, the logistics, the repetitive tasks, it's our uniquely human qualities, our creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and our capacity for empathy and genuine connection that will truly differentiate us. The future of communication isn't about perfectly generated content, it's about perfectly human connections. The speakers who will truly thrive are those who can seamlessly combine technical excellence, perhaps leveraging AI for preparation, with with profound empathy, unwavering authenticity, and a clear sense of purpose. It's about using technology to amplify your humanity, not replace it. That blend is what creates genuine influence and lasting impact in this new era.
That's a powerful vision for the future, David. It feels very hopeful and empowering rather than intimidating. So, for our listeners who are keen to develop this human edge and transform their speaking skills, where can they find out more about your masterclass?
They can find details on my website, which is davidwortley.com. There you'll find information on the masterclass, my cruise ship talks, and my other passions. I'd be absolutely delighted to welcome anyone who feels ready to embrace their authentic voice and make a real impact.
Excellent. We'll make sure to put that link on this recording. David, this has been such an enlightening conversation. Your insights into connecting with audiences on a human level, especially in our AI-driven world, are invaluable. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today.
It's been a real pleasure, Lorraine. Thank you for having me.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. If you're looking to elevate your public speaking and truly connect with your audience, David Wortley's Public Speaking and Corporate Presentations Masterclass sounds like an absolute game changer. I encourage you to check it out.